Hey everyone! You know what I haven't done in a long time? A mod review. So that's what we're doing today, and I don't know why my voice just squeaked like that, but it did. So today we're reviewing the JCB Backhoe, and I saw this one that just came out just recently, and I was like, I need to review this, I need to try this. So we got a couple little exercises we want to try on this, and yeah, I figured why not give it a go. First thing I did notice was you can order it without buckets. So yeah, no buckets on either side, which is interesting. Or you can order it with the bucket already there, and you can order them separately as well. For this exercise, we are going to... Actually, I want to grab this just to see if I can fit it on there. Honestly, right? JCB color, lease, yes, okay. And let's go grab this activate and deactivate. I believe those are levelers. We'll have active. Lease, yes, and done. Okay. So we have a number of buckets we want to try on this tractor just to see what it'll all take. We have the normal tractor bucket for your tractors with loaders. We have the wheel loader bucket. We have the telehandler bucket and a skid steer bucket. And we want to try all of them, but first thing we got to do is fire this bad boy up. And test number one is, can we put on a front mount 3-point using that 3-point mod? And anyway, no, does not appear so. Alright, well, is what it is. Not the end of the world. First up from these buckets that we're going to try is the skid steer bucket with the skid steer attach. Can we mount to it? Let's get nice and low. And I'm going to say no. It does not appear so. So we'll try the telehandler, or your zoom boom if you will. Much different mount, and again, no, not getting anywhere with it. Alright, how about wheel loader? We'll try wheel loader here. Anything? This would be awesome because this is a huge bucket, so you know, if a guy could hook that up, it would be amazing. But again, it appears as though that is not a go. Alright, last but not least, let's try that tractor bucket. And yes, that is a go ahead. Now, for whatever reason... Oh, hold on. There we are. So we can see the bucket works pretty well. And tilt is about right. You probably wouldn't dump too much on yourself. So all that is fine and dandy. Very good. I just put on the backhoe bucket on it. And it seems like you can only operate one thing at a time. So if you want to operate the loader in the front, then the backhoe has to be folded up. If you want to operate the backhoe, then the front loader is locked up for whatever reason. So I'm guessing it's just because there's way too many controls and not enough buttons on a console. Would be my assumption there. Now we have a nice little test to run these units through, and I will show you. We've got another backhoe right here. Now this one came with the standard backhoe bucket, so we're going to take a look at that and just to see what the differences are. Again, we'll drop that backhoe out, and you can see that those legs go down, and so now I can't do anything with the loader. And we have all of the functions work really well. Can we lift ourselves up? Yes, we can. And oh yeah, we should have done the bucket first. Can we just switch? Oh yeah, we can switch. That's nice. There you go. Beautiful. So that is awesome. Kind of bouncing around like that. I'm afraid that's going to fall at some point. But before we get into anything else with these, we need to go get some rocks, and I got the perfect piece of equipment right over here. We're going to get this guy started collecting rocks. And I don't think I've ever featured this tractor in my videos before, but I really like this tractor. I think it's a really cool model, and it's got crab steering, which is very unique and different. So we got 2 fields here that are freshly cultivated, and we're going to go grab as much rock as we can. I am going to leave this to do his thing. With one field finished, I figured now is as good a time as any to try out these nice little backhoes we got going on here. So we got our little gravel trailer here, and we have a little load of gravel that we dumped right on the field from the stone picker. I'm going to park my tractor right about there. Go grab that yellow backhoe real quick. And let's see what kind of magic we can do here. We gotta try all the functions out, so we may as well get right to it. Hold on, I just saw something that I want to address. If I am indeed correct in what I saw. Is it just me, or is this tractor bucket a fair bit smaller? Let's take a look. Yes, indeed. It is smaller. If we take an overhead view of it, just like that, you can see that the one side lines up, and it's probably 3 or 4 inches shorter, or smaller anyway. Interesting. So having the backhoe bucket, the original, will definitely be beneficial. But we're not here to make fun of buckets. Not really, anyway. So that was not a whole lot of rock. But, you know what? We needed to try it, right? I'm going to take this. I'm going to dump it over here. Well, let's spin this around, because I want to try using the backhoe. I'm going to go ahead and dump it right over here. Just like so. And now we're going to attempt to use the backhoe to move all this rock into the wagon. Because everyone knows that a loader would work alright. But the question is, can you use a backhoe to move all that rock, and how much can you move at once? That's the million-dollar question here. So much like a real backhoe, we're going to put that loader down. And yes, let's unfold this backhoe, just like that. And you'll have to pardon me for being very, very rusty. Yeah, like I say, I am very, very rusty with backhoes. Oh, there's one other thing I could do. Where is that at? Yes, change driving direction. There we are. Now, oh, that's still my bucket. And so let's give this the old college try. All right. Interesting. Alright, that little bit of gravel was not even enough to really fill the back bucket on the backhoe here. So that is amusing. It's good to know. Now we're going to have to see if we can lift it without dumping it and put it into that trailer. I think it should be possible. Oh yeah, there is also a cab view that you can do, as well as a arm view that you can do. So that's cool. Should make for a bit easier operation, I would assume. Just like that. Now, if I ever learn to use these controls properly, then it'll look a lot better than what it does right now. We've already established that the bucket on a normal tractor is much smaller than the backhoe one. And the backhoe one does have the feature of having like a clam opening on it. Wow, this is a bit too high, really. So what that means is that it's a four-way bucket or a two-way bucket, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if I can operate it the way I want it to. It doesn't look like it. Must not have it activated. Alright. But anyway, you guys see what I'm doing here. So that is pretty much what we're doing there. And yeah, this bucket works really well. No problems there. What I mean to say with a clam bucket is that it's supposed to have a pivot right about there, and this bucket's supposed to open up, but for some reason it's not doing it. I don't know if I just don't have something set right or not. That's okay. Okay, test number 2. We just got a whole big load of lime. It should be just enough to fill this red wagon, because I wouldn't use that green wagon to pick it up. Let's see how much we have. 1,000 liters. Alright. 1,000 liters of lime coming right up. We'll dump that right into the wagon. Stuff's pretty heavy, and the tractor's a little bit unbalanced. Not sure why, but that's alright. Wouldn't be the first time something's been unbalanced in this game. There we are. Not bad. Alright, we'll bring that back. Turn it off, and let's try the orange one. This one has the original bucket. So we know the yellow has 1,000 liters because it's using a normal tractor bucket. And now we get to try this one. See how many liters we can fit in here. Oh, fair bit more. About 2,500 liters. So that's more than double. Very nice. So the bucket definitely makes a difference, but you can also tell that this tractor is struggling for weight. Oh my goodness. Needs a lot more weight in the back. That's for sure. But it does its job pretty good, I have to say. I like it. I think this tractor, you know, we could probably use this to haul bales around, and in fact I could probably reset the yellow one over to the shop and go order a couple bales and see what it looks like. Just to see how many bales it can comfortably haul. Why don't we go ahead and do that? Alright, here we have our bales, and we'll just use the small bale spear for the single bale, just because we're trying it out. See how well we do. First off, that is awful the way I went into it. All crooked like. How am I expecting to be straight in there if, or loaded straight if I don't even have it on there nice and straight? So one bale. This is a hay bale, by the way. Doesn't seem to affect it too much. It's not losing all of its balance. I mean, it's a little wobbly, but not too terrible. You have to really push it in order to make that wobble go. Oh, you know what? These are also smaller. I didn't even check the sizes on them, but I believe that's because wrapped bales can't be that tall. Am I wrong? I could be wrong on that. I'm not going to say for sure. Anyway, silage is alright. That's a winner. Throw this fork off to the side somewhere. Detach. Let's go get the big fork. It's time to start lifting some of that heavy stuff. 16,000 liters. Oh. Seems about right. Okay. Not too terrible, but we also have it kind of low. But yeah, we can tell there's definitely a lot more bouncing around. But how do we do with loading? Obviously when we're loading, we're not going really fast. Otherwise we'd be losing our balance like that all the time. But just want to see how stacking is going to go. Alright, let's get a different angle there. Get rid of the bale grabber brackets. Something like so. That wasn't bad. And now finally the triple stack. Let's get that just a little more on this side of the fork. There we are. And again, I think I'm going to throw those jaws in there just because I want to play it safe. So definitely a lot more movement, that is for sure. Feels a lot looser, as you can see, you know. Oh. I just about knocked over my pile there. You gotta be real careful. And the thing is, I'm not even going all that fast. But yeah, it is definitely a bit of a doozy trying to operate this with 3 bales. So I'm going to say this is not your 3 bale tractor. If you're looking for a 3 bale tractor, you may as well get something that's a little heavier. Moving on to our final experiment. We have the big bags. And I honestly haven't ever used the big bag lifter, so I couldn't even tell you. But oh, hold on. There we are. It seems to handle it no problem. So this is 1,000 liters. And we're just gonna put that right over the axle here somewhere. And detach. Oops, I actually wanted that. That's my bad. There you go, detach there. So that's a 1,000 liter. Now we're going to grab a 2,000 liter bag and see what happens then. Not bad. You'd think with all of the weight being shifted around, it would react a little differently. I need to start cleaning up this yard. It's starting to look like an absolute mess. Oh yeah, there we go. We did a little bit of off-roading and suddenly it looked a little bit worse, but it's still not bad. Can't say it was all that terrible. And detach. Boom. Beautiful. Let's grab that double hook, because now we're starting to throw some real weights around. And again, we'll start with the 1,000 liter bags. Just now there'll be 2 of them, so theoretically it should be able to lift it. We've already seen it can lift 2,000. Alright, there's a lot of buttons to press here, gotta say. So we keep it nice and low. I'm sure we should be able to maneuver this around quite nicely. Would seem to be my thought there. Obviously, the faster we go and the more bumps we take, the worse off it's going to be for our load. I don't know why I have never used bags before. It just makes sense to use bags. Wow. I'm really going to have to get on that. I'll use that in some of my gameplay. Alrighty then. And the final one is 2 bags, each of them 2,000 liters. Let's see what we can do. Attach and attach. There you go, 4,000 liters. Kind of want to see what happens when I have them lift it all the way up. I got a feeling if I set the brakes, it's going to bounce. Yeah, that's what I thought. Drive a little, slam the brakes. That's what I figured. And then when we start driving, oh yeah, we're losing all kinds of balance here. Fascinating, honestly. Now with this double hook, I've been finding a bit of problem trying to get both of the bags to detach. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I want one to detach, and it always just wants to keep one of them attached. I don't know why. Attach, attach, attach. Nothing with any more detach. But that's okay. We'll just send this right on back. There we are. There we are. We put a band around that, a band around that, and no bands around that one. Done. So it's done not too bad for itself, all things considered. I am a little sad that there is no hitch on here, as well as no 3-point, so we can't really do a wagon pulling test on it. But that's okay. It really wasn't designed to be a pulling tractor of any kind. Would have been awesome to try, but since we're not able to, we won't complain. Anyway, that should conclude the experimental tests on our subject here. So overall, is this a mod that I would keep? Not sure. It does have its uses, I suppose, but I find that it gets too complicated and it's too much of a mess of buttons. So for me personally, this is not going to be something I will be using in my farms a lot. Is it cool? Oh, absolutely. It's got a huge cool factor in. I love all kinds of machinery, and this one is no different. But I think that personally it doesn't do anything for me that a farm tractor wouldn't do, other than the fact it has a backhoe in the back, which for me the backhoe is pretty useless. I wish there was a hook so we could try grabbing those bags with the backhoe, but I didn't find anything like that, so I'm going to assume that that does not work. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully we see you on the next one.